This video lesson contains the explanation of the poetic devices used in the poem My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. I have also taken up the textual questions, additional questions, and their answers have been explained. Children, watch this video lesson very carefully and then attempt your worksheet. Let us move on to the first poetic device contained in the poem, children, simile. Now, we had read that the poet, she takes a temporary refuge from the bitter reality. The reality that the mother is aging and inching close to death and that she would lose her soon. It tortures the poet. Now, unable to confront the thought of losing her mother, the poet, she focuses or shifts her attention to happier things outside the window. But for how long? She has to come back to the bitter reality. And when she turns back and once again looks at her mother, she compares her mother with the late winter's moon. And why has she drawn the comparison, children? Because like a late winter's moon, the rays, the moonlight, children, it is unable to penetrate through the fog and the mist. And then it disappears soon. A late winter's moon, children, it disappears soon. And it symbolizes death. Okay, something that disappears soon. Something that is concealed in fog and mist symbolizes death. In the same way, children, the mother, she too has lost her charm, her vitality. Let us move on to the next slide and I'll explain you further. Children, just like the late winter's moon, it loses its radiance due to the fog and the mist. The moonlight, it cannot penetrate through that dense fog and mist that has settled in the air. Similarly, the mother has lost her vitality, her vigor, her energy, and her charm due to ill health and old age. Hence the comparison, children. So the poetic device used here is simile. Children, there is one more example of the poetic device simile contained in the poem. During the drive to the airport, the poet, she notices that her mother is dozing, open-mouthed, and she lacks all the vitality and has no control over her reflexes. And that time when the poet observes her mother, she finds that her mother's ashen or pale face looks just like the face of a dead body. Her face ashen like that of a corpse. So here again the word like shows a comparison that the mother's dull or pale or colorless face has been compared to the face of a dead body, of that of a corpse. So again the poetic device used here is simile. Children, there are examples of personification and metaphor too contained in the poem. So please pay attention. Like I have already told you that the poet, she was unable to confront the thought of losing her mother. So she focuses or shifts her attention to happier things outside the moving car. And what are those happy images, children? The young trees sprinting. Now here, the young trees sprinting, they create an image of youth, of vitality, enthusiasm, and energy. So the image created is that of youth, vitality, enthusiasm, and energy. Now, it is an example of personification because human beings, okay, they run fast. sprinting. Okay, but here this quality of running fast has been transferred, or it has been used in the context of trees. The trees sprinting. Now trees are described as sprinting because the poet looks at them from inside a moving car, and the trees, they seem to run in the opposite direction. So here the trees are said to be sprinting. Next is the image of merry children spilling out of their homes. Okay, merry children spilling out of their homes. It is an example of metaphor. And how is it an example of metaphor? It is the image of happy and joyful, enthusiastic, full of energy. Now these children, they are rushing out of their homes to play. They cannot be contained inside their homes by their parents. They just want to break free and come out, and they want to rush out of their homes, meet their friends and play. Now these two images, children, they are in total contrast to the dull atmosphere which is prevailing inside the moving car. It is the dull, the gloomy, the melancholic atmosphere that is prevailing inside the moving car. So these two examples are also very important, personification and metaphor. Let's move on to the next example now. Children, the next poetic device explained is repetition. All I did was smile and smile and smile. Children, in spite of the fear of losing her mother, the poet, she puts up a brave front. And while going inside the airport, what does she tell her mother? See you soon, Amma. And the last lines, what does it say? All I did was smile and smile and smile. Now the poet, children, she tries to hide her anxiety and fear of losing her mother behind the facade of a smile. Facade means, children, the smile which was not authentic. It was fake. Okay. So what was the aim? What was she trying to do? She was trying to hide her anxiety and fear of losing her mother behind this false smile. Also, she tries to comfort her mother by a reassuring smile. So this smile is a kind of an assurance that she is giving to her mother. That mother, we'll meet soon. See you soon, Amma. We'll meet again. Don't worry, we'll meet again. And perhaps she's hiding her own guilt behind her smile. Guilt of not being able to stay with the mother and take care of her. Children, she has new responsibilities to fulfill. Responsibilities of a wife. And hence, she is unable to fulfill her responsibility as a daughter. It has taken a setback. So she's feeling guilty that she is not able to take care of the mother. So this was the explanation of the poetic device repetition, children. Let's move on to the next slide now. Children, this is an important question. What is the significance of the title? The poem is titled My Mother at 66. Now, what is the significance of the title? Let's read. The title is apt. The poem centers around the frail and aging mother of the poet. Thin and aging mother, deteriorating health. The poet's anxiety about her mother's poor health, impending death. She cannot avoid it. The death cannot be avoided. It will soon come. She is approaching death. And fear of separation. Why? Because death brings about permanent separation, children. And fear of separation highlighted throughout the poem. So, the impending death, the fear of separation. It is highlighted throughout the poem. The title deals with a universal theme. And what is it? Aging, which is a natural process. Let's move on to the next question. Next question, children. What do the parting words of the poet and her smile signify? The parting words were, "See you soon, Amma." Okay. She gives hope to her mother that they would meet again. And she is even giving herself an assurance that they would meet soon. The mother would live till their next meeting. So she gives hope to her mother that they would meet again, and indeed gives hope to herself too that she wouldn't lose her mother. While parting, the poet smiles, which was a facet behind which there was fear and the slight guilt of not staying with her mother, not being able to look after her. Her smile, the smile was meant to reassure not only the mother but also the poet, and to comfort the mother that they would meet again. So this is the answer, children, that what do the parting words of the poet signify and what is the significance of the smile? Very important question. Please go through this video lesson again and then attempt your worksheet. Thank you, children.